Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we would like to present our group assignment for FIN675 Retirement Planning entitled Retirement Planning Comparison. Prepare today, enjoy tomorrow. This presentation is prepared by Group 2. My name is Putri Nur Hasanah binti Abdul Qadir and I am presenting together with my team members Birhamna binti Haiber, Masuhaila binti Sudirman, Andi Fatini and Meliza binti Muslimat. I will be presenting Case A, which evaluates the adequacy of Malaysian Government Servant Pension Scheme for a long-serving civil servant. Sample A is a 60-year-old government servant who is retiring immediately after 28 years of service. Her last term monthly salary is 6,208 ringgit. She depends solely on the government pension scheme and does not have other retirement savings such as EPF, linked unit trust, or rental income. Her estimated monthly retirement expenses are 2,000. Using the official pension formula, her annual pension is 69,529 ringgit and 60 cents, which translates to a monthly pension of approximately 5,794 ringgit. When comparing her pension income with the retirement expenses, her pension covers 193.1% of the required expenses. This results in a monthly surplus of 2,794 ringgit or 33,528 annually. This indicates that Sample A is financially comfortable in the early stage of retirement. However, it is important to highlight inflation risk. Since the pension is not adjusted for inflation, the real value of 5,794 ringgit will gradually decline. Over a long retirement period of 20 to 25 years, this may reduce the ability to maintain the same standard of living if expenses rise.
I will now present Case Study B, which focuses on a private sector employee under the Employees Provident Fund or EPF system. Sample B represents Zahid Arifin, a 27-year-old private sector worker who relies primarily on EPF for his retirement savings. He plans to retire at the age of 55, giving him approximately 28 years to accumulate retirement funds. Zahid currently earns 3,400 ringgit per month with an assumed annual salary growth of 5%. At present, he has 15,000 ringgit in EPF savings along with 3,000 ringgit in personal savings. In terms of retirement expectations, Zahid estimates his monthly retirement expenses to be 3,000 in today's value, indicating a moderate lifestyle. He also expects additional income from business activities during retirement. However, this income is uncertain and should be treated as supplementary rather than guaranteed. Under the EPF system, both employees and employers contribute a fixed portion of salary into individual EPF accounts. For this case, we assume a combined contribution rate of 23% and an average EPF dividend rate of 5.5% per annum. Unlike government pension schemes, the EPF does not provide a guaranteed retirement income, meaning outcomes depend entirely on contributions and investment performance. Overall, although Zahid has a long working horizon, his current savings remain relatively modest. As a result, the adequacy of his retirement funds is highly dependent on consistent employment, sustained contributions, and stable EPF returns. This exposes him to greater financial uncertainty compared to individuals under defined benefit pension schemes. So this concludes Case Study B and sets the basis for the comparison with the government pension system, which will be discussed next.
Now, we look at retirement income in the government sector using Andi Siatas Kamaluddin as an example. Andi is 60 years old and is retiring now after 28 years of service. Her present annual salary is Ringgit Malaysia 74,496. To calculate her pension, we use this formula. Annual pension funds equals 0.5 multiplied by present annual salary multiplied by the sum of 1 plus 200 to the power of n. Since Andi is retiring now, the value of n is 0. Her annual pension is Ringgit Malaysia 37,248 or Ringgit Malaysia 2,104 per month. Over 20 years of retirement, assuming a 3% return, the present value of her pension is Ringgit Malaysia 570,780 ringgit and 86 cents. Next, we look at the private sector using Zahid Arifin. Zahid is 27 years old and earns Ringgit Malaysia 3,400 per month. He plans to retire at age 55, which means he will contribute to EPF for 28 years. We assume a total EPF contribution rate of 23%, salary growth of 5% per year, and an EPF dividend of 5.5%. In his first year, Zahid contributes Ringgit measure 9,384 to EPF. As his salary increases each year, his EPF contribution also increases. After 28 years, his total EPF savings are expected to be Ringgit measure 1,046,780. Retirement planning is not only about income, but also about expenses and inflation. For Andi, we use an inflation rate of 1.4%. Since she is retiring immediately, her first year retirement income needed stay the same at Ringgit measure 37,248 per year or Ringgit measure 3,104 per month. However, when inflation is included over 20 years, the total amount needed to support her lifestyle is Ringgit measure 644,626 Ringgit and 50 cents. For Zahid, inflation has a bigger effect because he will retire much later. His current desired annual income is Ringgit measure 40,800. After applying 1.4% inflation over 28 years, he will need Ringgit measure 60,217 Ringgit and 52 cents in his per year of retirement to maintain the same standard of living. To support a 20-year retirement, his total retirement need is Ringgit measure 1,042,144 Ringgit and 79 cents. Now, we compare both situations. Andi has a retirement shortfall of Ringgit measure 73,845 Ringgit and 64 cents. Her pension is enough in the early years, but its value will slowly decrease over time because of inflation. For Zahid, is in a slightly better position. His EPF savings are higher than his retirement needs, giving him a small surplus of Ringgit measure 4,573 Ringgit and 21 cents. In conclusion, the private sector pact is more flexible against inflation, but it also has a higher investment and life expectancy risk. Both cases show that early and careful retirement planning is important for long-term financial security.
We'll continue with a critical comparison. Retirement income is important for our long-term financial security, and choosing between a government pension and EPF means weighing stability against flexibility. On one side, the government pension guarantees us a fixed income for life that brings peace of mind, but it doesn't adjust for inflation. What feels like a surplus at first slowly lost value as price rise. The advantage is subsidized healthcare, which eases medical costs. Still, over time, that comfort can turn into financial strain. On the other side, EPF put us in control. We decide how to withdraw and invest, with the chance to grow our saving and beat the inflations. But flexibility comes with risk. There's no automatic healthcare support, so we rely on insurance or personal saving. And if returns fall or inflation spike, surpluses can disappear quickly, leaving no safety net once the money runs out. So, pension is stable but erodes with time, while EPF is flexible but risky without smart planning. We need to understand both planning ahead and build a backup. Because retirement isn't about just surviving today, it's about thriving tomorrow.
I will now present the retirement recommendations. For Sample A, the government servant, the analysis shows that while the annual pensions are sufficient to cover retirement expenses in the first year, there is a present value shortfall of 73,845 Ringgit 64 cents. This shortfall arises mainly because the government pension is not adjusted for inflation. Therefore, the key concern for Sample A is not short-term income adequacy, but long-term purchasing power and life expectancy risk. First, participation in private retirement scheme or PRS is recommended as late-stage retirement planning tools. PRS provides tax relief up to 3,000 per year and offers moderate returns of around 5 to 7%. Second, Sample A should adopt a conservative and diversified investment strategy by allocating savings into low-risk instruments such as ASB, fixed deposit or conservative unit trust. These investments focus on capital preservation while generating stable returns around 4 to 6%, helping partially offset inflation risk. Third, safe contributions through the iSimpan EPF scheme are recommended. Although the accumulation period is short, iSimpan allows additional savings to earn EPF dividends averaging 5 to 6% per year. Sample B, the private sector employee, the analysis indicates a small retirement surplus of 4,573 ringgit 21 cents, suggesting that current planning is adequate but fragile. First, Sample B is encouraged to increase the EPF contributions, including voluntary contributions to strengthen this narrow surplus and benefit from long-term compounding. Second, given his young age, Sample B should adopt a growth-oriented investment strategy, such as equity or mixed unit trust funds, to achieve returns above inflation over the long run. Third, regular retirement plan reviews are essential to ensure that changes in income, lifestyle, or living costs do not exceed the projected surplus. In conclusion, while Sample A requires strategies to manage inflation and longevity risk, Sample B must focus on strengthening and preserving his projected surplus through early planning and proactive investment. Thank you.